and also how it showed because they're kind of upper class English aristocracy family. Also showed how that class in England were not against Hitler. Like, in that lead up to World War II, Hitler was not seen as like the evil figure he is today.
Yep.
He was seen as this charismatic man who had made all these changes in Germany and created jobs and, you know, created infrastructure, and people were fascinated to know how he was doing that.
Yeah.
And so, which it never really occurred to me before that might have been the case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and so it was really interesting to kind of see how people distance themselves from it afterwards. So when afterwards, a lot of the newspapers would say things about Unity, saying she was like a, you know, Hitler lover or whatever.
So she survived the war?
Well, no, she did survive the war. Just when war broke out between England and Germany, she attempted suicide.
Right.
So she shot herself in the head.
Wow.
And survived.
Wow.
And Diana was married to the leader of the English fascist party.
Wow.
So two sisters were kind of fascist, and then two of them, you know, like the kind of, and then a couple of apolitical ones.
Imagine if your sister... No. Where'd they grow up? England?
England, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So initially you'd be like, oh, look at my two sisters. They're married so well and they're really important. And suddenly they're destroying the world.
So what? And, you know, there was this letter written to the Times saying, you know, you're saying this about my daughter, but the fact is that a lot of people ate with Hitler and a lot of people died with Hitler before the war. And, you know, a lot of people didn't do as much as they think they did in the lead up to the war to stop it.
Because
does that make sense? And then they changed it.
How do you know it's going to turn into... Even if you think that it possibly could, we're just built to not really see those consequences.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it's a really good book. I like biographies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did the rest of them die?
How did the rest of them die?
I assume they're all dead.
Well, you know how they are, but at the time of writing they weren't.
Okay.
Just the usual stuff, cancer and heart disease.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
yeah, nothing.
No one got assassinated or
no. Most of them live till like old age.
Okay.
Yeah. But fascinating.
Did she get in trouble for being part of...
Well, no, because she shot herself in the head, so she wasn't exactly the same afterwards.
Okay.
She did survive, but she was not like...
herself.
She had an acquired brain injury.
Okay.
And so she didn't face any consequences. So her sister, Diana, was jailed.
Yeah, okay.
But she wasn't.
Okay.
Unity was never jailed. She just didn't have the capacity to...
do anything
bad during the war.
So when you're just talking about biographies, I've just downloaded to read because I might be without internet for a while, so I'm trying to Optus. So my current internet... I
don't have internet. I need to get internet when I get back from India.
Yeah, my current internet provider has decided that they can no longer offer me a service, so I had to switch to Optus. And the guy came out a week ago. I rang up yesterday to see what happened, and they said, oh yeah, there was a problem. Okay. That tells me nothing.
Right.
So I don't know. Anyway... So, Amy Schumer's book, Girl with the Lower Back Tattoo, have you read it?
No.
I'm going to read it. I listened to a podcast, the link that you put up about the Gen Y podcast, was that you? There was a link to the New Yorker or the New York Magazine or something.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I went to listen to a couple and How to Be Amazing.
Oh, the one with all the like tips for millennials to...
Yes. And his interview with Amy Schumer was really good.
Yeah.
And I am interested to read her book.
Yeah.
So I've just downloaded that one to read. And on the topic of female comedians, what are your thoughts on that? Because I went to a comedy show last night in Fremantle, and I see not a huge amount of comedy, but in Fringe always see a bit, and here and there there's places that do really good comedy. And there was 3 comedians and the MC, and one...
Stand-up? Or
stand-up, yep. And there was one woman, and generally I find women hilarious, but she was terrible.
Why was she terrible?
I don't know if it was inexperience or she just wasn't feeling the crowd or her jokes weren't funny, but it was terrible. And I think she realised because her set went for about 7 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And the next guy's set went for about 30.
Yeah, right.
And he was so funny.
Well, I mean, I think that because we went to that comedy night, and I thought that
the
women
chicks were hilarious.
Yeah, were great.
Yeah, me too. And I thought that doesn't help the cause when... And everyone's going to start somewhere. I guess when you see one woman, 3 hilarious men, it's easy to go...
Why are we harder on the woman?
I feel more disappointed that she didn't make me laugh. Because I want...
You have higher expectations.
No, I just have expectations that they're funny in some capacity.
Yeah.
She wasn't. But those women, the night that we went, they were great, I thought.
Yeah.
Because comedy is so much more than just a funny story.
Yeah.
It's everything. It's
your
humanity. Character. It's the way that you can carefully make offensive jokes without offending people. Like, it's a fine art, right? It's a really fine art. But unfortunately, she wasn't that hilarious, but the other guys were great. Very funny. There was a young guy from Freo, I think he's from the UK originally. His name's Rory someone. I just checked the Facebook page, the website. He wasn't on it, so I can't give you his full name, but he was very funny. Apparently he's pretty well known around these parts. He does the kind of...
circuits.
Yeah. He's very good, very good. So what are your thoughts on female comedians?
I usually find them more relatable and funnier.
Yeah.
I think men. So I think I don't know. I don't know how much I want to generalize, but like I guess in my experience, like men are a bit lazier and usually go for like some jokes that aren't maybe that
original. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I really like comedians. I think this young Rory guy was really good at making jokes about lots of stuff and the way he tells a story. And he was a butt of a lot of the jokes. He was never mean
like
to anybody.
Self-deprecating humour. I don't like mean humour. I did find that. So I did find that the MC of the comedy night that we went to a few weeks ago, was a little. Like, he made other people the butt of his jokes a lot, and I didn't really... I felt like he was a bit mean.
Yeah.
You know?
Meanness is not fun.
No. You
Fair
know?
enough. Yeah.
And I don't know, I just felt, like, really hyper aware of that when I was listening to him. I couldn't really relax into it, because I was just thinking about, but, you know... Like, there are fat people everywhere. Like, you know, like, he made a couple of fat people jokes.
He did, yeah.
Like, hairy women jokes and stuff. And, you know, like, I can relax into it because I was just thinking, is this the right... Like, it just made me feel uncomfortable rather than it made me feel funny.
Yeah.
Like, I think comedy should be inclusive. Should bring people in, not make people... Not create, like, an out-group and an in-group. And I kind of felt like that's what you did. Yeah. That night.
Yeah. Interesting. Anything else you've been listening to or reading?
Mainly I'm getting ready for India.
You are going to India very soon.
I'm taking my mummy and we're going for 3 weeks.
What are you most looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to eating some good food. Like
Dal.
Proper good food, yeah. Just like scooping it up with my hands.
Yeah.
Really getting in there.
It does sound really good. It's dull weather. It's been very much dull weather here in Perth. Do you think we have any listeners from outside of Perth?
I know my friend Jo listens.
Is she the one in Bali?
In the UK.
In the UK?
Yeah.
Hi, Jo.
Hi, Jo.
I guess the weather's probably better here than there.
Probably not right now.
At any time of the year.
Looking out the window, probably not.
Yeah, maybe not.
All right. Well... Until next week.
Until next week for our themed episode.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone.